Good morning. Yesterday in First Peter, we talked about being a shepherd of those around us, being an elder, what that entails and what that looks like. So today we're going to jump in verse 5, and let's see where it leads us. It says, "In the same way, you younger men, be subject to the elders, and all of you clothe yourselves with humility towards one another, because God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that he may exalt you at the proper time, casting all your care on him, because he cares about you." So when we look at this, like I said, yesterday we talked about being the elder. This one says, okay, now, as someone following, as the younger men. So in the same way, so understanding in the same way as elders, as we have people following us, even those younger in the faith have people looking to them. I think especially when people just come to know the Lord, they have people watching. So in the same way, but it says be subject to the elder. Now, we don't like the word subject. We don't like the word submission. It's talking about being in the faith, like watching them, and make sure that you're learning, that you have a teachable spirit, is really what I get out of this. And in all of it, we're to be humble. We're to clothe ourselves in humility. And I like when they use the word in Scripture, clothe, because it's that outer part that everybody sees. It's that humility is, and we're not talking about a false humility, okay? We're talking about a true being humble. Being humble is not looking down upon yourself or thinking that you are not worthy. Being humble is just that attitude of, I don't know everything and I need to learn. And no matter where we're at in our faith, we still need to learn, and we still need to be humble, especially towards one another. It's basically saying, learn from each other. Don't think you've got it all together. Even the elder, even the young, don't think that you have it all together, because God is in the process of transforming us and bringing us into his likeness in our responses and everything else. I mean, we all have something that we respond. A lot of times our initial reactions in the flesh. We've all been there. And so it's just, we're learning from one another. It also means that you communicate with one another, that you're talking about your struggles and you're talking about what's happening. So it goes on, because God resists the proud and gives grace to the humble. We all get grace. God gives us grace. That's not it, but think about being arrogant towards God, or we do that. We think we have a better plan than God. We don't trust God in the areas. Well, same thing. We need to be humble towards each other, and giving grace to one another. We give grace to those, and I think that's a natural reaction when we have someone who's humble in our lives. There's grace given there, and I think it's pretty important. Then it says, so humble yourselves. So obviously, this is what we're supposed to do. It says, humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. And when you think about those being humble under the mighty hand of God, it's pretty easy to do when you think about God. I mean, he is mighty, with the mighty hand, the right hand of God, so that he may exalt you at the proper time. Okay, think about this. People that he's writing to are being persecuted. There's a good possibility to be exalted. Doesn't necessarily mean given a higher position. It could mean death. It could mean being exalted on a cross, being lifted up and under persecution. But he's saying at the proper time, God will use you. And let's humble ourselves. Let's not think that God doesn't know what he's doing, but let's humble ourselves so that he may exalt you, that he may use you at the proper time. This allows us to do the next part of this verse, which is casting our cares on him, and because he cares for you. Think about that. Jesus taught us that don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will take care of itself. There's plenty of things for tomorrow to do. So we're to be concentrated in the right now, we're not even to worry about when that proper time is. We're just to be humble. We're to be learning from each other. We're to be following Jesus, and people follow us, being shepherds and elders. And we're not even to worry about what that proper time is. That's something that's in God's hands, and that we should just, okay, God, when you're, it just reminds me of Jesus. Just at the proper time, things happened in him. He went away. He spent a lot of time with his Father. He came back, and something would be taking place. And so we don't have to worry or care. And I don't care is not the attitude, but what we care about, we cast on him. We throw it on him. It's like, just when you start having it, instantly just cast it. It's a throwing. It's a getting rid of. It's a laying at his feet. And I think using the word casting is that needs to be done quickly. A lot of times what we do is we'll stew on everything until we're a wreck, and then we cast it on him, but we still seem to have trouble hanging on to it. And I'm wondering if we would learn and teach ourselves that as soon as that worry hits us, that we just give it to God quickly, we thank him for it, and we just give it to him. And he cares about us. That's why he's saying to do this. Cast all your cares on Jesus, because he does care for you. Obviously, he cares for you. He gave his life up for you, and he even rose for you. He sent the Spirit for you. All these things shows that he cares. So let's take our worries, and I think you can apply this to our worries about eldership, or our worries about people watching us, or following us, if you will. I think we can use this. I think it's just something that even the situations we're facing, just give it to God. Sometimes we need to stop figuring it out and just say, okay, God, it's yours, and let's go about our day. So my challenge for you is, if you're worrying about things that are happening around you, change something. Humble yourself, saying, you know what, the way I'm doing it's not working. Or me just stewing over this situation is not working. Cast your cares on him. Go talk to somebody that you consider an elder in your life, or someone who's walked in the faith longer than you. Pray. Spend some time and not just giving him that problem, but just thanking him in general, and come before him in a humble understanding, and realize this is a promise that at the proper time he will use you. He will exalt you. He will do those things. It's a promise. So, guys, I hope you had a great day yesterday. I hope you are looking forward to a wonderful day today. We will talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you to pieces. Have a great, blessed day.